In these facilities, number one is life safety, number two is a high value on the asset itself. The project is Washington Chapel. It sits on top of Valley Forge Historical Park. And it is a chapel that was dedicated to the Revolutionary War heroes. Internally, there's all kinds of old statues and poetry engraved in the walls of this place. Beautiful carvings of the Revolutionary War period in this chapel. There's been some attention drawn to this marketplace because of the Notre Dame fire. That has now stepped up the need for making sure these historical sites are well protected. They were lacking in many, many different aspects of the protection plan, both from an initiating standpoint, because it is an unsprinkled building. So you don't have any sprinkler protection in here. So it had to be covered with smoke detection and heat detection, as well as manual pull stations. So it was really a large upgrade to their facility in terms of the protection amount that had to go into the building. So a year ago, most of the protection was in the chapel itself, which was done by a beam detector. That was the principal means of the area coverage. Very few smoke detectors scattered throughout the building, very few heat detectors that scattered throughout the building. So because of the code change and the fact of meeting NFPA 914, we had to place detection, automatic detection in areas that had no protection prior. We chose to use the Notifier Swift wireless technology, which is a wireless mesh technology. It allowed us to design in the exact number of devices that we needed without having to cut back on protection because of possible installation problems. So it really did give us an opportunity to lay in the exact type of protection needed in the design to meet the challenging codes in historical sites. We started with looking at whatever drawings they had available, and that's when the complexity of what we had to work with from a drawing standpoint was discovered at that point. We then took the plans that they had available, that looked like a set of parchment paper. It was really old, and we did our best to piece together the building from those different types of plans that they had, because they had no architectural design of the way that the building was laid out today. So now they have full-scale drawings of the facility based on the fact that we had to design it per the actual dimensions of the building as it stands today. So our drawings are the best that they have. So it was a big undertaking to piece it all together, because the building's it doesn't sit in a normal fashion. There's levels that one level would end here and then start over here, and the grade is even different. So you've got all this type of fluctuation between grades, between different stories. What was an exterior wall is now an interior wall, and it's 4 feet thick. And now you have to get a wireless transmission through it. So we had different areas that we had to put a way to cascade the signal through doorways and such. And the Notifier Swift wireless system allows us to do that. There's a bell tower involved where we actually put notification in the bell tower. It's a very unique application. We're proud of it. It's a first of its kind total Notifier Swift mesh network that includes notification, and its communication to central station has improved as well. So that when a first responder gets the messages from 911 dispatch that there's a fire at the location, instead of them knowing that there's a fire at the location, each one of these devices has its own address, which means that they know exactly what part of the building is on fire. The amount of protection that we put in is substantially better than what it was.